Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I want to talk about the top 5 best relics that you can buy in this game. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be talking about the base relics of the legendaries, but I'm going to be talking about the relics that you can buy from either shops or from, stuff like this shop. However, I specifically want to talk about this because we have the current pack that has the Relic pack selector, right? So we have this one, which I made a video on yesterday. Cost us 5,000 crystals, and honestly, you should buy as many of these as you can because this one over here is game changing. You can see in the details everything that you can buy, so I'm just gonna go over the ones that I believe to be the best ones, and I guess I'm gonna say why I believe them to be the best, the reason why they're in the top 5 and all that. If you disagree with anything over here on this list, please let me know in the comments down below. Who else would you bring, right? What other relic would you bring in and what would you remove? Now, the way that I'm going to cover them is for like overall utility, right? Which are going to be the relics that are good for most of the areas of the game. I'm not going to go just niche, right? I'm not just going with Colosseum, because if I would go with whichever ones are the best in Arena, then would be a totally different list, or like, half of them maybe would not make the list. But before I jump into that, I want to remind you there's a link in the description and pinned comment of this video that you can click and support me as a content creator. And every time I get coupons, which I should get some juicy ones in the next few days that are going to give us special summons and then some stamina as well, you can click that, support me as a content creator, and as soon as I have the coupons, I send them out to you. So thank you in advance for supporting. But I guess let's jump straight into it, right? So some of these ones, like the first 3 at least on the list, are gonna be are making this list because you cannot buy them. And they're also really amazing, but you cannot buy them from here, right? Some of these relics just do not pop in the relic shop. I'm not 100% sure if they pop up over here if you write it right. Actually, they do, right? If you click that, it takes you to this page. It first starts with like weekly hero sale, and then you go to like normal hero sale, and then you scroll all the way to the bottom and it says weekly relic sale. Now, I wish they would tell the name of the legendary as well over here, but you can pretty much go and check, and you're gonna see that there are a few of these ones that you're never gonna be seeing in the shop, right? So there's a few that are not gonna be seen in the shop. Now, let's start with the relics, right? And number 1 relic, which I personally believe to be the number 1 best relic in the game, actually, let me know if you disagree with it, but the number 1 relic is going to be the Storm relic for Morgan. Now, the reason for that is, first of all, this one, it will never appear in the shard shop, right? As far as I know, and as far as what I've checked, this never appears in the shop, so it even increases its value even more. Secondly, Morgan is the number 1 legendary in the game, so having her best relic would also be amazing. The reason for that is, Storm is amazing for most areas of the game, it's also perfect for Algae, but it's also really good because of what it does, right? The first skill is the same, but the second skill, AoE hit that does some damage, but also has 70% chance to inflict defense decrease for 2 turns. And it's each hit, right? You can do this A2 and you can have defense decrease 2 on all the enemies, 2 of them, because that's the max, right? When it comes to some buffs and debuffs, there's only a cap of 2 that you can get, but she can land this and you straight up have 2 at the beginning, right? Just straight up. Now, if you look at the second one, even this one is amazing because this one does double hit AoE, can land recover disruption, but can also land sleep. So unless you have like Chivalry 8, which puts them to sleep for like 5 turns, right? The animation, suspended animation is called. This one's the next best thing. You can pretty much do this and you can put all of them to sleep if we're talking about Arena. For Algae, you can have the recovery disruption as well, which is amazing because this one should, land with an 80% chance. That's pretty high. It's just straight up the best one in the game, right? I don't think there's any other relic that can compete with this one, especially when it comes to utility, because I'm using, honestly, Storm Relic Morgan absolutely everywhere in the game. Maybe there's like Escal Hide where I'm not using it, but I'm quite sure it would work because I'm using Flame there. But apart from that, she's just, best relic in the game. Now, the second one that I want to call out, and because, again, same reason, because of, it's not that easy to get it, is going to be her Frost Relic, right? The reason why the Frost Relic is so good is, first of all, the second skill, triple hit, does some damage, has a chance to remove buffs, also has a chance to inflict damage taken increase, so pretty much almost the same as the defense penalty. This one's, again, another insane debuff that she can land. But the reason why this one's so good is for some specific things, this third skill is amazing, right? It boosts the tag gauge of an ally. It goes up to 70%, right? So if you think about Arena, if you manage to time this to go on your nuker, you do this one, then it also puts attack to increase, and then if then it also gives them a shield, right? So it's just insane, right? It just boosts your tag gauge, gives you attack up, you just destroy stuff. Plus, it's gonna be a really good one if you need to focus in areas where there's the flame, flame element that you're fighting. So Morgan's first two artifacts are the top of the list from my point of view. Now, number 3, I'm gonna go again. It's kind of like the same reason and utility is going to be Lancelot, right? So Lancelot's relics, they're not gonna be in the shard shop as far as I know again. So they're not going to be there, and because of that reason and the utility that it brings, he's going to be insane to get his relic, because first of all, he's the only hero in the game that brings an attack speed aura everywhere, right? In all battles, doesn't matter where you are, so that's just improves his value, especially for endgame. But secondly, the one that I'm specifically talking is going to be his Frost relic. Now, the reason why this one's so good is because it's kind of the same as Merlin's, but it brings more damage. So the Frost one on the third skill, AoE hit, right, 3 times that does damage based off of attack and max HP, but then also has a 55% chance on the last hit to land a freeze. So because in areas that are a bit harder, like the Forbidden Dungeon, right, or even Arena, it can work really well. The fact that he brings attack increase to everybody, right, attack speed increase, and he brings the control of freeze, makes this relic for him to be a must get, right? He's just insane. Then obviously on the second skill, he also brings some more damage and dots, and the first skill again a little bit more damage and dot, and it's just an amazing relic that I believe, again, because of the fact that how the end game is looking and what we kind of need in order to tackle it, this one from my point of view is the third the third relic that you should be getting from that one if you don't already have it. Now, there's number 4 and number 5, not necessarily in a particular order, but again, this one depends on overall utility again, and kind of like the way it scales, right? Because one good shout, for example, could be Merlin and his flame relic, right? But I'm not going to include it because it kind of falls off, right? Merlin's flame relic has an amazing second skill. With this one, every time somebody attacks, they get tag gauge boost. Then he also has this one that's really good for Arena. But I do believe that there are some other ones that become better. Now, which ones am I talking about? Well, because of what heroes we have currently in the game, and because of kind of like the meta of everything else, the next one I believe to be the next best one I believe to be Iweret's Flame one, right? Iweret Flame Relic, because it has an AoE on this skill. Also, if you pair it right with some mark, she's just gonna do some amazing damage, right? The other ones don't do AoE, just do single target. I think same for the Storm one, or I guess the Storm one does it, but still, because of like how what you face in the game, right? Where you would use her. For example, like Arceus that we farm a ton, Shrine of Storms that we farm a ton, which are going to be Storm Relic. Having Iweret's Flame one is kind of mandatory, and it's just amazing. Good AoE damage, insane damage on the second skill, where on the Frost one she buffs up, right? So it's not as good. The thing is, this one's just a must buy, and even in Arena, right? If you pair Morgan, that boosts Iweret's damage, right? That boosts her with the Frost one, right? You do this on Iweret, Iweret's just gonna go and explode everybody over there. And again, Shrine of Storms, every other area. Plus we have, Nika that pairs really well with Serpent. So I believe this one to be the next one. Again, not necessarily fourth. And then the last one, I believe to be like Ain's relics, right? So Ain is just insane for everything. She's kind of like the key to beating some stages in the Hell campaign. Just have her do the counterattacks with her passives, right? Where she does some insane damage if you build her well with these counterattacks and the AoE hits. She comes with the Frost relic. Honestly, all of them are really good, right? There's some good stuff to say about the Flame one as well, because of the fact that she gives attack speed increase. She counterattacks, she does abnormal status. Again, she also attacks on this one, but I believe the best one for her, specifically for the damage type build, the Storm one, right? I believe this one to be the best, because if you're gonna build her, especially for Arena, right, in a damage build where you go with high attack and also high effect resistance, then this one's gonna be the best one, because first of all, it counters lots of the normal people that you would see in Arena that are Frost, like, Frost Merlin, Cormac, Bedivere, maybe even Frost Morgan if you see that. And this one also is the one that has the highest damage potential as a skill, not just from the counterattack damage, but this one has the highest damage potential of the skill. It's 193% attack AoE, right? So this one's definitely going to be the best one. It's also fun because it brings the crit rate increase, but you would mostly care about this, right? Get this one, level her up, give her some attack, give her some effect resist. Let me show you how I have mine, even though she's not perfectly built yet. She's at almost 3k attack, but then lots of effect resist, you know, close to 100% crit rate and some crit damage. Obviously, I would love to have around 4k attack if I could. I need to improve some more, right? I would like this to be attack percent. I need some better counter sets. I just need a lot better gear. But all in all, these are the top 5 that I believe to be the best ones that you should choose from that, you know, Relic Selector chest. Again, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with these? If you disagree again with this specific relic, let me know which one would you bring in, but which one would you take out, right? Just for you know, overall utility. Remember, I'm talking about overall utility of these relics. But I guess that pretty much covers it for today. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, support me as a content creator using the links in the description or in the pinned comment of the video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Not have to face the darkness alone. Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.